All right, everybody, here we are. We're over at MDP Liquors over off 192, 4636 West IRLO Bronson Memorial Highway in Kissimmee, Florida, right around the corner from Disney. I've been searching and searching for a liquor store to do a video in. Every liquor store I've stopped in on 192 from I-4 all the way down to Route 27 has been nothing but a robbery in progress, I tell you. $300 bottles of Stag Junior. I mean, I'm going to tell you, they were trying to rip you off left and right. Finally, I came to a place that is worthy of coming to. This is going to be MDP Liquors right here. Come here if you're in the Disney area. They even had some Eagle Rare. You just got to ask. And they also have some 13 Colonies there too, which was in the box. They just got a delivery. So, without any further ado, bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. Let's get the show on the road. Hey. Wow. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Forget about it. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we are over at MDP Liquors, right off of 192, 4636 West IRL Bronson Memorial Highway in Kissimmee. It's going to be right by Disney. I'm going to tell you this. For the past 3 hours, I've been searching up and down 192, finding reasonably priced bourbons over here by Disney. I've struck out each and every time until now. This is going to be a beautiful selection here. A lot of bourbons I found here that I haven't been able to find in other places. So what we're going to do is get started. And we're going to start with the store picks over here. This is going to be all their store picks. If you actually buy one of these store picks, you are actually entered into a raffle every $50 you spend. And then you're able to get different choices of liquors that they will only sell you if you win the raffle. Pretty sure you guys all know how that goes. But you come over here for their Old Elk, also their Russell's Reserve, their Russell's 10-year, go into their Kentucky Vintage here. Then you're gonna have some Blue Note below that, some Whistling Pig, and then into some Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirits. And then you have a Knob Creek Single Barrel Select Bourbon. Below that, we go into some Bull Run, and then we also have some Starlight on the very, very bottom. It's the Mellow Corn. Now, once again, if you see something that I'm not seeing, please let me know in the comments. I'll be right back here to pick it right up. Trust me on that. So we're going to go back over here along the wall, and we're going to go into their main selections of bourbons. Here we go. This is the rest of their selection of bourbons. Go all the way up here to the top. We have some Clyde Mays 10-year, into some Old Elk Sour Mash Reserve. Then we go into our Forgate products here. I've never seen any Forgate here down in Florida. This is the first time I'm seeing any Forgates. From the Forgate, we're going to go over into the Dickel 17, and then we also have the Dickel Leopard Bros, into the Whistling Pig 15-year, 10-year, and Farm Stock. From there, we go into the Bardstown choices, into the Redwood Empire. Now we go back down here, and we have our Chicken Cock over here. We go into the Baker 7, coming in at $79.99 beans, into the Basil Hayden, and then I'm going to probably leave with one of these Michter's today. But they have the Straight Rye, they have the Michter's American Whiskey Unblended, and the Sour Mash. From there we go into our Burrell products. This is the one everyone's talking about, the Burrell Seagrass. And we go into their Rye, and then more of their Old Elk. From the Old Elk, we go down to Town Branch, into the Four Roses. This is the Four Roses single barrel. That's highly recommended. The Four Roses single barrel, this is going to be batch 67-4R. From there, we go down to our Sagamore Rye products. We have straight whiskey. We have the Redwood Empire over here, into the Chattanooga whiskey, and then we go down into the St. Augustine and into the Jim Beam products. Once again, don't sleep on the bottom shelf. You never know. You can always find a hidden gem on the bottom shelf. But down here, we got our Heaven's Door into the George Dickel. And we have some Dickel rye into the Dickel bourbon. We're gonna come right back up here and we're gonna go into our Elijah Craig. We have Widow Jane 10-year for 70 beans, into the Knob Creek 9, the Knob Creek rye, and then the smoked maple. Then we go into our Maker's Mark products. Now I don't see any slam dunks here. If you ever see a slam dunk that I'm not seeing, let me know in the comments. I can come right back and pick that up. I still have been searching for a slam dunk, and it's not that easy to find. We're going to come up here, and up top here we have some of our more specialized Burrell products. They got a Burrell Craft Spirit for 15-year, Burrell Craft Bourbon over here, Burrell Craft Spirit 24-year. We have some Blue Run into the Callum, into the Fox and Eden, or Odin, excuse me. And then here we go into our Green River wheated bourbon, into the Old Soul. We have Old Soul straight whiskey, we have the blended, and then from there we go into the Penelope. This is the rosé cast finished. We have Yellowstone, and then we got the Remus over here. Below that, we go into our Gentleman's Jack, and then we're also going to go into our Woodford. Here's the Woodford Double Oak. The Woodford Double Oak is the one I'm looking for, but I'm looking for a store pick, which I have not been able to find. And then we have our Peerless Rye, and we have our Peerless Bourbon. Below that, we're going to go down into our Duke, and then we're also going to go into the High West over here. Once again, if I'm sleeping on something, don't hesitate to tell me. Now below this, we have our Ancient Age and the Benchmark on the bottom. Benchmark is a great bourbon to get started with, especially if you're just new to the game. And if you're also new to the game, never sleep on Ancient Age. Make some good old fashions. That's the rejected batches of Eagle Rare, apparently. Now, we're going to continue to go up here. And we have our Kentucky Owl. That's going to be their Japanese blend. Kentucky Owl Batch 11. We have our Old St. Nick, very old St. Nick Reserve. We have our very old St. Nick 8-year and 13-year. It goes into another 4-gate, and then a blackened Willet. We also have our, what's that? Forager's Keep 26-year. And from there we go down to our Horse Soldier. We have our Garrison Brothers, and into Old Forester here, then Jack Daniels. Now the Jack Daniels, we got the apple, triple mash, bonded rye, and bonded. And then we come down a little further, and we have our single barrel right here, or barrel strength bullet, and it goes into the Penelopes. They have the Penelope Architect, and they also have the Penelope Barrel Strength. A lot of people have been talking a lot of amazing things about the Architect and the Barrel Strength. Now, this is going to be closing up this section over here, but we're going to come into some Irish whiskeys. Now, they also have a lot of stuff behind the counter too, which you'd have to ask about. They just got their delivery today. But over here, we have our Angel's Envy Rye finished. We have Smoke Wagon, and this is their holiday, the Halloween version, and this is their Smoke Wagon Rye. They have the Heaven Hill Bonded here, which I have at home and is delicious. Well, everybody, also, if you want, all their store picks they have available here for you to sample before you purchase them. You can never go wrong with getting a sample before you purchase. That's the best way to know if you actually like it or not, instead of wasting your hard-earned money on something that you may not like. Besides that, they have more delicious stuff behind the counter here. They have Woodford Reserve. Is that the Master's Keep? That Woodford Reserve back there, ma'am?
The regular one.
I think it's the regular one. Whoop. Yes, they do have the Masters Collection here. How much for the Masters Collection?
170.
It's $170 for the Masters Collection. I actually have a buyer for this. All right, and then they have the Elijah Craig private barrel, which is their own personal store pick. Store picks are usually darn good, I'll tell you that. So if you're over here in the Disney area, I'm going to tell you this. This is the place to go. This is someplace they're not going to nickel and dime you for everything you got. They're going to take care of you good. They're going to let you try and sample their store picks. And I'm going to tell you this. A sample is worth 1,000 words. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is the Exotic Bourbon Hunter. Everybody take it easy. Happy holidays and forget about it. Bada bing, bada boom.